LDBC, this is your boy Coach Shelton Harrison. You're live on the Coach Shelton Harrison Boxing and MMA Show live. Okay, folks. All right. This video is inspired by 10Players News and also Blood Boxing. They both inspired this video. Blood made a video this morning, and 10Players News told me about a video, and they were just saying, some things, and I'm going to kind of expound upon those things. I'm going to do as Blood is doing. I'm going to start actually making videos more frequently about youth, okay? And I do make them from time to time, but, I'm going to do it, probably even once a week. I'm going to see if I can hold up to that. Blood made a good video, about adults being selfish when, taking up, using the youth, line of credit and getting cable and buying cars and all kind of crazy stuff in the youth's name, And this video is about selfish adults. Throughout my 20 plus year career in dealing with kids and, working and being a trainer, I've seen a lot of self-centered adults, a lot of adults that are they don't have anybody else's best interests at heart. They're selfish, and I can tell you about 1,000 stories of how selfish adults are, especially when it comes to kids. But 10Players News, they told me to do something, okay? And at the time, I didn't do it. And I didn't really understand what they were talking about. But now I understand. I understand completely, man. I understand completely what they were talking about. And what they told me to do, they said, Coach, you'll see how many people really ride for you. You'll see how many people ride for you. They said, start a GoFundMe account and see how many people will literally donate to your cause. And he said, you'll see how many people, the people that tell you that you're doing something good, they'll also donate to something that you're doing good. That's what he said. Or that's what they said. They said that, people will give to a cause that is good that you're doing. And they said that the people that won't support your cause, he said, those are the people, they say to your face that they have your back, but behind your back, they never watch your back. And I took those words and I was just like, you know what? That's straight truth. It is true. Because there have been a lot of times in time that I've done stuff like this, fundraisers, and I'll tell you about my GoFundMe. I've done that, and people, they would all just say, good job, but nobody financially supported, except for the diehard people who were for me, okay? Many of you on YouTube, a lot of y'all don't know what I do. Part of my day-to-day activities, I work with kids, but I also work with a segment of kids that are at risk. I work with them. And they're at risk. And see, most of the time, a lot of your at-risk kids, some of them come from good homes. But the parents don't know that they're doing a lot of things that puts them at risk. If you guys can understand what I'm saying. Okay? I deal with at-risk kids. I deal with suicidal kids at times. I deal with kids who are very dangerous. I deal with a lot of those kids. And so we go and we do these competitions. I take them. See, the first thing when I talked about how to reprogram an at-risk kid, how to get them to do what they're supposed to do, they got to get some type of success. Because see, many of these kids that I've discovered, they've never experienced success. And so I work with these kids so these kids are not giving you problems. So these kids are not marrying your sons or your daughters. See, I take a kid who come into my program and I turn them inside out and I address their issues one by one. And then these kids are fit to go out and go to colleges. They're fit to go and be a contributing member of society instead of a member in the prison population or making some funeral director a lot of money at an early age. This is what I do. So I made up this GoFundMe account. And see, when I do any kind of fundraising, I've done many, but I've never ever, came online. I've never done it online. Never ever. Because I just felt like my personal stuff is separate and I just never have. And I've been thinking about it, doing it, and I hadn't put my GoFundMe information on this account. I just had never done it. But I'm thinking when I get home, I may do it. But, what I started noticing when I put my GoFundMe up on my Facebook, because I'll do it on Facebook because I know these people personally. And there are over 400 people on Facebook that I've interacted with personally, over 400. And I'm talking about these are people that I done pulled their kids out of darkness. These are kids that I went to school with. We were tight. These are people that know my family. These are people that saw me grow up. These are people that know Coach Shelton Harrison. And do you know out of those 400 people, only 4 people gave up some of their money to help some of these at-risk kids? And I looked at that and I said, you know, I told everybody on Friday, what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop. Now, this is not for the people that I don't know like that, okay? And honestly, if I put up a GoFundMe, and I probably will. I'll probably do it because I'm going to see if 10 Players News, I'm going to see if they're all the way correct. See, they're correct about the people that know me, but what about the people that don't know me? And what I asked for, I said, hey, any amount that you guys give to this particular project is good, as long as you give. I said anything from 25 cents to $25. I said it's gonna go a long way. It's gonna make us, be able to go and do what we got to do. Because see, the problem with a lot of these youths, a lot of adults, they don't invest in youth. Maybe you don't have a skill set. Maybe you don't have the skill to work with kids. Maybe that's not your forte. But everybody got $1. Everybody got $5. I mean, that's what it is. And see, when you do stuff like this online, people running around with Coach, he online begging for dollars. I'm not begging because we're going to hit our goal regardless. But I did it for this project just to see how many people that I know. And I honestly knew this. And now I understand why the youth are so screwed up, because of the adults. The youth, they're so messed up because of adults. You see, adults don't want to get off what they believe in, and they don't want to even give $1 towards a cause that's keeping at-risk youth. Okay, it's keeping these guys, out of situations. It's keeping them out of your face in the future. Because let me tell you something. Some of the kids I deal with, they'll probably be coming to see you. I'm just putting it out there. And some of the kids, the ones that are nonviolent, but they're just suicidal, they're not going to hurt you, but they'll hurt themselves. These are the kids that I deal with. And I have to put the questions, I have to fill in the blanks in their life. That's what I got to do. I got to fill in the blanks in some of their life. And sometimes it's hard work. And sometimes, yeah, man, I think over a lifetime, I know I done spent well over 80 grand on these kids out of my own pocket. I know over a lifetime I done done it. I know. And sometimes that's why I was getting in financial trouble. Because when you do something for a cause, when you do something for what you believe in, it don't matter. But, what I'm saying here is we are failing our youth. We're failing them. You see, people, you won't do anything. And, even if you tight, well, my money tight. Okay, cool. Find a youth in your community. Find somebody, and plenty of kids where y'all at. But see what a lot of you guys choose to do, man. Y'all choose to sit back here on YouTube, man, and just, troll channels. And I always wonder, man, people who troll channels, I mean, what kind of time do they have? What's going on in their life to where they can't even go outside their house, man, and do stuff, find stuff? But there are a lot of kids, man, and we failing them. We all failing these kids. We failing them. And the reason why things are going sour, the reason why these kids are growing up, and I'm talking about all the kids. I'm not even talking about the majority of African-American kids I serve. I'm talking about even some of the crazy non-black kids that's doing a lot of these shootings, that's shooting up churches. You know why? Because at a young age, we failed them. That's right, we failed these kids. We failed them, and now they're growing up, and these are the fruits of our labors. The Columbine high schools, the Virginia Tech high schools, the person shooting up churches, the guys going in shooting, a gang full of people. The kids that shot Tyson Gay's daughter. I mean, this is what we creating, because we're failing them. Because now in this technology age, or adults nowadays, you just don't care. And so when you get a cycle of not caring, then what happens? You get a cycle, you get a generation of lazy, okay, no respectful, and volatile kids that grow up to be crazy adults. That's just the way that is. But I don't know. I don't know, okay? And I'm still contemplating, will I put, yeah, I might, just to see how many people really do about that self-righteousness. Because I done had a lot of dudes come up on my channel, Coach, What are you doing talking about, that Black Lives Matter? I'm tired of you dudes talking about that. Okay. Well, let's see you guys put your money where your mouth is. Let's see you do it. Let's see you support, because you guys always say, Coach, what are you doing to help the problem? I'm going to show y'all in the video this evening what Coach Shelton Harrison is doing to help the problem. I'm going to show you exactly what the coach is doing to help the problem. But those of y'all that know me, you know. And see, you know what? It's a lot of people that talk. But we're going to see how many people talk. You see, we're going to see how many people talk. Yeah, we're just going to see. I'll drop that video, but I'll let you guys know. But I tell you what, the youth know when people don't give a crap about them. The youth, they know. They know. And when they find out, when they realize nobody cares, they do what they want to do, and they do, man, then they don't care. And that's just the way that is. This is your boy, Coach Shelton Harrison. What do you do is waiting on? Subscribe. I'm done.